quickly go through some of the things that I'm doing on Google Classroom and EDpuzzle. First, on EDpuzzle, I've been using it to record most of the things that I would do during demo. The reason I really like EDpuzzle, a couple of reasons. Students are able to go back and review the videos. If a student missed class, they can rewatch the videos, and I can also add questions into the videos. One thing that I had thought about was, they're watching the videos, but how can I make this interactive? How can I get students to engage with one another? So a lot of the questions that I've been adding to my EDpuzzle videos have been a lot of turn to the neighbor next to you and ask them, for instance, on one of them, on one of my Linux EDpuzzle videos, turn to the neighbor next to you, where is one location they've used Linux? And that should get, the students interacting with one another. I also have a lot of, just basic understanding questions on here as well. So, EDpuzzle has been great. I've really been able to use it to do all of my demonstrations, and I obviously share these across the district, and I know that they're using them at both East and South in their classes as well. So that's excellent. The other thing that I wanted to show you is Google Classroom. So I extensively use Google Classroom in all of my classes. Every week I put up exactly what we're doing for the week, and then I have all of the assignments there with all of the any resources that they might need. The inclusion of adding the ability to kind of differentiate using Google Classroom has been excellent. So for instance, you'll see right here I have 3 draft posts, each one called the pen tool activity, and right here I have a formative pen tool assessment. So based upon how well students do on this, they will get one of these different activities. And if we just take a look at these activities, they're all covering the same objective. But they're at different levels. So they should all challenge the students, but they shouldn't be overwhelmed. And then included in each activity, so rather than me having to lecture or demo each one, I'm creating EDpuzzle videos so that the students will get the assignment, and it'll be called Pen Tool Activity, but we have 3 different levels of Pen Tool Activity assignments, all meeting the same objective that will be going on in class at the same time. And then there's an EDpuzzle explaining how to accomplish it. And so that'll really allow me to just, everyone, you have the pen tool activity, go ahead and load that up, watch the EDpuzzle video, and then I can circulate around the room and answer any questions that they have. But I don't just do this in graphic arts. I have this for all of the classes. And you'll notice up here, I share my classes with other teachers in the district, and I know the other teachers in the districts are using my resources. So 3D animation, I know Beth is using my resources, and then in Linux, I know Will is using my resources there. Graphic Arts has had an anchor activity for quite some time. I know the quarter-long project, but I've developed anchor activities for Linux and computer programming now as well. So the anchor activity for Linux is called Bandit, and it's pretty cool. It's this SSH server where students log in remotely to a Linux box, and there's kind of a game where they have to it's a puzzle where they have to use basic Linux commands to be able to solve a puzzle, and once they've solved the puzzle, they get the password to the next level. So it's a pretty cool way to integrate what they're currently learning in class, but kind of add a puzzle element to it for students that are cruising right along and cruising ahead. And again, I post every single thing to my Google Classroom. I post my weekly calendars, and then I have links to everything and all of the resources all uploaded here. Students have really found this helpful, as have my peers and my colleagues, constantly people are giving me feedback about how much they like the Google Classroom and how it's a great way to share resources with one another. So yeah, that's how I'm using EDpuzzle and Google Classroom in my classes.